Growing up, I sold my soul a good price, out of sight. My hoe got talent, right?
So here is a picture of me with my six-pack that I achieved doing the program you're about to hear and using the law of attraction. And also I wanted to let you know that I realized after 25 minutes of recording, 20 or 25 minutes, whatever I recorded, that the audio really sucks. So I apologize about that, and if it's too bad, let me know in the comments and I will redo this video. I love you guys and enjoy the this video. Hello everyone, my name is Kai Valentine, and I'm going to be talking to you today about how I specifically got six-pack abs using the law of attraction. And I'm going to post a picture, I don't know if I'm going to do it right here or before, of me with my six-pack. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm always honest. I don't have a six-pack right now. It is October 18th that I'm recording this. And for me, it's bulking season. So what I do is I do a very clean bulk. I don't go eat hamburgers all day. But right now I did lose my definition in my abs by adding more carbohydrates and more protein and more calories to my diet. And I've been doing that for, I would say, 2 weeks. So I have a 4-pack, sometimes 2-pack, somewhere around there. Still happy with it. I never gain a lot of body fat when I'm bulking. But again, I'm just being honest. And I use this time to gain more muscle too. Anyway, so back to the video. Sorry about my hair. I'm growing my hair out. As many of you know, I'm trying to get it to my shoulders, and it's driving me nuts, so I have the black bandana. So what I did was, this was the first year I really had a very defined six-pack, and that's because I got very serious about it. Once you start believing that you already have this six-pack, you won't believe the crazy stuff that you will do in order to get it. As you guys know, I'm a believer that the law of attraction is, a law. It's almost mystical. It's this great power God, the universe, gave to us that only 1% of us use, and it's insane. And I also believe that it's half action, or I wouldn't say half action. It's always action, right? You can't get anything in life without action. So here, I'm going to go step by step what I did. Step 1 is diet. That's right. The number one thing is diet. Everybody's going to tell you it's diet. A lot of people are going to say to count calories. I did not count calories to get my six-pack. I tested and tested and tested, kind of like A/B testing with ads and stuff like that. I went a little bit severe. If I had to guess, I would say I was eating around 1,600 calories. Now, I am 5'8", 5'9", and I weighed, when I was getting my six-pack, 175. I also have a decent amount of muscle, so that, without my muscle, I probably would weigh 155, 145, but I weighed 175. So here's what I did. And if you're around my weight, either way, I believe 1,600 is a good calorie count for most people. Now, if you're super thin, you got to be careful. So, again, you should probably speak to a doctor before you do any of this stuff. And if you're feeling weak and stuff when you wake up, there's a problem. And I didn't drop down to 1,600 calories instantly. Again, I didn't count 1,600. I think I counted my food one time, and then I just eat the same thing over and over again. So you might have to watch this video multiple times because there's a lot. There's a lot of information in this video. And I want to thank one of the viewers that suggested this video. And it's a video that I always wish somebody did. How the heck did you get six-pack abs specifically? How did you specifically get it? What exactly did you do? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's not fun. And as our lovely Jim Rohn says, man, I can't believe he passed away. Jim Rohn says it's not easy, it's simple, but it's not easy. Or it's simple, it's not easy. It's one of those two. It's the same thing. But Jim Rohn believes if it's possible, it's simple. It's not easy to do, but if he can do it, it's simple. So anyone can do this. Okay, so here's what I did. I did intermittent fasting. And for those of you who don't know, it's when you fast for a certain period of time. A lot of big actors did it. That's the reason why I didn't do it for a while, because I thought it was just like some fad diet. It's not. It actually does work. It worked for me. And for certain reasons, I don't believe in the whole insulin thing. I didn't worry about that stuff. The reason why fasting worked for me is because I would eat my calories within my food within an 8-hour window, and then the next 16 hours, my body was allowed to burn this fat. So think about it, when you go to the gym and you're doing cardio and you're lifting weights and you have food in your stomach, where is that, where are you getting that energy? You're getting that energy from your food. So if you feel like you're doing all this cardio for nothing and nothing's really happening and you're lifting weights and, you're getting, anyway, you're using that food as fuel. Now what we want to do is use body fat for fuel. So how do we do this? Well, we don't have food in our stomach when we work out. There's a lot of tips and tricks. I'm going to try and push them all into this one video. If not, I can do another video on intermittent fasting and how it worked for me. Go into a little bit more detail, tips and tricks of how I stayed not getting hungry, because I'm always hungry. I am always hungry. Like today I had like 9 ounces of homemade chili that I made, just like chunky beef and Lenny and Larry's cookie. So anyway, so let's say I stopped eating at midnight. I would wake up and go to the gym straight away with no food in my stomach. My pre-workout I make myself. And what you do is you go to Amazon. I'll list the products below on in the description box, and it's going to be my I'm gonna make one. Like if you click it and you buy it through me, it does. I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, so what? It'll give me like 20 cents. I just trying to be honest with everybody. So if you do that, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. So I'm gonna try and post those and other videos. I haven't been doing this, but I'm gonna post the books that I've read. I mean, I just finished a 14-hour book by Jim Rohn, and changed my life. I'm always hitting that new level. So anyway, oh god, this video is gonna be so long. So I get up. I started fasting at noon. That worked or midnight. That worked for me because I can't go to bed hungry. I just can't. That's me. Everybody says that they go to bed hungry. The Hodge twins do it. I can't do it. I have to have food in my stomach. So I stopped eating around midnight and go to bed right away with a lot of water. I wake up, drink more water, and what I'll do is I would make a cup of coffee. No creamer, no sugar. That all breaks the fast. And I put 3 grams of L-carnitine, which helps use fat as fuel. I used 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. I didn't even worry about if that broke my fast. I mean, it gets to a point where you're going too much and you won't stick to the program. So I mixed 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, 2 grams of beta-alanine, and then there was one more, 3 grams of something else, and that will be in the description, and along with the grams that I use. And you don't have to do it all. If I had to suggest one thing, it would be the 5 grams of creatine monohydrate and the 5 grams of creatine monohydrate and the 3 grams of L-carnitine. That's all you really need. The beta-alanine, also I did Himalayan pink rock salt. And this is all from Jason Matt DeLauer. He created this, and it doesn't break your fast. So anyway, do the L-carnitine, do the creatine monohydrate. The L-carnitine helps mobilize fat. Creatine is good for, believe it or not, a healthy mindset. It actually increases positive attitude. Creatine's the most researched supplement on ever, and super safe. People say it hurts your liver. I've never had any issues, and I've never heard of anyone else having issues with creatine monohydrate. So I take this about 10, 30 minutes before my workout, and then I would go walk my dog. And so a big thing with six-pack abs is people don't realize that walking around the block makes a big difference. Just jittering, messing with your feet while you're at your desk, that all burns calories. I believe in that stuff. I do go a little bit crazy. So I walk my dog about 20-minute walk, 10, 15, 20-minute walk. Go straight to the gym. Here's the important part. I did one of two things. I either did 20 to 30 minutes incline cardio, walking at an incline, not holding onto the treadmill. You got to get that sweat going. I either did that, or I did 10 to 15 minutes of intermittent HIIT cardio, high intensity interval training, which is I would sprint as fast as I could for a minute, and then I would rest a minute. People mess around with those times as much as they want. I need a full minute to recover. And then if I can't run the full minute, I'll run 30 to 45 seconds. I'm not super insane about it. As long as I'm drenched in sweat by the end, I'm happy. Guys, this is where the magic happens. You are doing this on an empty stomach with L-carnitine in your stomach. You are going to see magnificent changes. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's crazy. Already, I bet a lot of you have dropped off because you don't want to do it, and I understand. It sucks. It really sucks. But you get used to it, and it gets fun. It gets exciting because you know this is how you get a six-pack. This actually works. Another thing I did was between each set, if I didn't want to do the cardio right away, like if I was tired, I would do a set of my lifting weights. I'd do a set, and then I'd go run my minute, and then I'd go instantly back to do another set of weightlifting. Now, remember, we're not trying to gain muscle here. If you are a newbie, you might be gaining muscle because you'll get newbie gains, and everybody knows what newbie gains is. If you're new, your muscles are like, I don't want to say small. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not gonna be used to it, and they are gonna gain a little bit of muscle. And I'll make another video on my weightlifting program. I really don't want to flex on the video. I feel like that's me. It's like arrogant. I don't know. Maybe I'll just post pictures of me when I look good. That'll be proof. Because I'm really happy with where I am. That's a big, important part. That's law of attraction, which we'll get into later. Okay, and so after the cardio, or during the cardio, if you're doing it between sets, I would do 3 to 4 days on, 1 to 2 days off. And you can mix and match that. As long as you're doing 3 days of weightlifting, you don't want to do 1 day of weightlifting, 1 day of rest, 2 days of weightlifting, 1 day of rest. I did 3 days of weightlifting in a row all the time unless there was an emergency or something like that. And then I would give myself a day or 2 days off depending on how I felt. Monday, it doesn't matter. It changes the schedule because it's odd numbers. Monday would be back, Tuesday would be chest, Wednesday would be shoulders, Thursday would be arms, and then Friday would be legs. And I didn't put rest days in between that, but you can figure it out. Again, Monday, back, Tuesday, chest, Wednesday, shoulders, Thursday, arms, Friday, legs. And that's the order that works for me. I don't do any other splits, 4-day splits, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This works for me. I know I don't get to my chest and my back as soon as I should be, but it works for me, and I'm happy with it. And I've seen really good results with it. And I can't be at the gym all day long. And doing, back and biceps takes a long time for me. For me, I have to hit them extra hard to get those muscles to grow. And really, I'm only doing the weightlifting at this point to keep the muscle, which is going to be the creatine monohydrate is going to help with that, as well as lifting heavy. So the rep range was only 6 to 8. 1 week I did 6 reps. The other week I did 8 reps. And if I got above 8 reps on that week, I would increase the weight until it was 8 reps. If I got above 6 reps on that week, I would decrease, meaning increase the weight until I got to 6 reps. That's really important. You want to lift heavy. I didn't go above 8. I didn't do 9 reps. I didn't do 10 reps. I didn't do 11. I didn't do 12. I did 6 reps 1 week, 8 reps the other week. Now, if I did pull-ups on a back day, of course I'd go above 8. I mean, if you can't do that, that's even better. But I would go 10 to 12, full range. Those are different. Any body exercises, you can do more than the 6 to 8. Okay, so I'm not going to go heavy into the weightlifting, but you have to do it. It's almost more important than the cardio, because when you weightlift, you're increasing your muscle, you're keeping your muscle, which are like the mitochondria of the cell. They are the power sources. You're burning fat just sitting on your, just sitting at your desk because these muscles take energy to survive. I won't go into that in too much detail either. So we have the pre-workout, we have the fasting. So at this point, I'm still fasting, and I'm starving. Sometimes not. And if you're starving, drink oh my god, it's like, you can drink a diet soda. For me, I drink diet soda. I'm fine with it. Doesn't bother me. I don't think it breaks the fast. I got 6 packs drinking. I got a 6-pack. I have multiple torsos. I drank diet sodas, and I got my 6-pack just fine. I'm not an aspartame crazy person. But if you want one that doesn't have the aspartame, do Zevia, and I do drink Zevia too, and it's freaking awesome. And that carbonation helps with the hunger as well as coffee. So after this, I'm still fasted. Now people would say, oh, you got to drink a protein shake after your diet or after your weightlifting. No, don't do it. Ride the wave. So when I say when we're done working out, we actually are burning more body fat or more calories when we leave the workout, right? And we call that riding the wave of this calorie burning, which we're still using our body fat. Oh my God, yes. So I would actually wait 2 to 3 hours after, I would wait until the 16 hours was up of my fasting. And here's where it's important. You want to break it with the protein shake because your stomach's really sensitive without food for 16 hours. Excuse me. So I broke it with a protein shake, which is hard to do when you want real food. And then I would eat. Now here's my diet. I did a protein shake of 40 to 50 grams of protein. You can do 35 if you want. It all depends. I did a gram of protein per pound of that I weighed. So I would get in more or equal to 175 pounds, which decreased when I decreased. But I didn't really look into it that much. After that, 2 hours later, I would have 8 ounces of lean pork chops or lean chicken or steak. Lean steak, super lean steak, no ribeyes, guys. We're talking very lean steak. If you can't do lean steak, stick to the chicken, stick to the pork chops, cut the fat off the pork chops. I would do, and then I would eat Brussels sprouts with it, green beans, any greens that aren't starches. I had a lot of salads with no dressing, pickled okra, which I think that might be a carb. Either way, I didn't get too crazy. I got my carbs from greens. So what I didn't eat was squash. So yeah, it was super easy. Actually, it was kind of soothing because I didn't have to worry about my diet as much because I knew what I was going to be eating. So again, that was 6 to 8 ounces of lean meat, pork chops or chicken or both, with a green veggie, green beans, Brussels sprouts. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, I do. I got lucky. Or broccoli. And then, got a call. I gotta speed this up a little bit. And yeah, so hold on. I'll get back into the video. Sorry, that was my mom. Anyway, so that's all I would eat for lunch. 2 hours later, another protein shake, 30 same grams. And 2 hours later, I would do 6 to 8 ounces of the same thing, green beans. And then that was it, guys. I ate this around midnight. And then I'd start the whole process over. That's all I did. I did that all the time. The only thing you're going to have to invest in is a scale, a food scale. And if I can find it, I'll link it at the bottom as well. Okay, so here's the thing. After my workout, here's where the law of attraction comes in. After my workout, I would go into the bathroom, shut off all the lights. I would put on soothing music, and I would meditate for 10 to 15 minutes with a cup of green tea that I made myself, which is, it's got the ECGGs, I believe is what they're called, which also helps burn fat. And this is fasted, and I would either drink that before or after the meditation, hopefully before it feels cooled off enough. Guys, I'm getting specific on how I really did all this. And I would meditate on being prosperous, successful, and of course I'd do the six-pack. So I would see myself with the six-pack. I'd see myself flexing it, and I'd see myself at the Renaissance Fair with my shirt off, wearing my gladiator armor with my six-pack. And I believe that's the image I'm going to put up, is me with my six-pack at the Renaissance Fair. My hair was significantly shorter. Sorry, someone's at the door. Okay, so yeah, and so I did that, 10 to 15 minutes of that, and I just refreshed it. I would do prosperity, then success, and then six-pack, and I do those. I just keep going back. When I got tired of one visual, I'd go to the next, and then the last 5 minutes I would do what I'm grateful for. And you got to really be in love with yourself before this is actually going to work. So you have to be in love with what you have already, and be excited for the six-pack that you're gonna get, and be so happy that it's coming. Anyone can get a six-pack. You already have it. It's just under a layer of fat. I think that's it, guys. And I would do the same thing in the morning, and then at night I would, take 5 minutes to visualize myself at this six-pack. And you can go as far as, imagining women or men, whatever you're into, staring at you, because they will, because six-packs are awesome. I'm going to have to do another video explaining more in depth. Well, actually, my other video, The Law of Attraction, is pretty much how I use the Law of Attraction to do the six-pack. But this is specifically what the Law of Attraction put me through to get the six-pack. And it was tough. The Law of Attraction does test you, from what I found and heard. Some people believe that, some people don't. I believe it tremendously, because you have to be deserving of it. And being excited about having it is going to get rid of the neediness too. So be super excited that you already have it. It's coming. Guys, I can guarantee you it's coming. Try these tips out. Decrease the food or increase the food depending on if you're 6'3". Guys, you're gonna have to eat a little bit more than me. You're gonna have to put some more greens on that plate. I did not eat any carbs, no grain carbs or anything like that. Just leafy greens. And if you have a specific question about your body type, send me a message, man. I'll help you. Yeah, guys, that's it. Trying to think if there's anything more. I could make another video on this. If you have any more video requests on my body or what I've done, I'm actually thinking about doing some style stuff too, because I've been getting really into style. I do need to make that video on how to use the law of attraction to get the girlfriend, and how I specifically went about doing it. Yeah, that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little long, but I did a lot of stuff to get this six-pack. It's hard, and that's why nobody has them hardly. And this was without steroids. So, guys, I love you all. I hope you have. I hope you're feeling inspired. You may have to watch this video multiple times and write it all down. I'll try my best to do what I can in the description. Again, you're all amazing. Please remember to enjoy the process. Good night.